Picture this. You're lying in bed when suddenly, bam! Your leg seizes up in a cramp so vicious it feels like a knife twisting into your muscle. You try to stand, but your legs feel like concrete blocks. It's just aging, you tell yourself. But what if I told you it's not? What if your legs are screaming for help, starved of critical vitamins that 90% of seniors never think to check? And worse, ignoring this deficiency could steal your independence forever. Today, we expose the deadly vitamin gap crushing seniors' legs and exactly how to fight back. Let me tell you about Henry, a man who spent his life bringing beauty into this world, tending roses with hands that told stories of decades of love and labor. Until one day, his own body turned against him. At 75, this proud, vibrant man found himself hunched over a walker, his legs trembling like saplings in a storm. "It's just old age, Doc," he told me, with that heartbreaking resignation I hear every single day in my clinic. Oh, how that phrase cuts me to the core. Then came the morning his legs finally gave out completely. Picture this strong, dignified man lying helpless by his mailbox, the cold concrete against his cheek, wondering if this was how his independence would end. When Henry came to me, I held his test results in hands that shook with anger. Not at him, never at him, but at a system that had failed him so completely. His vitamin D levels weren't just low, they were catastrophic. His magnesium stores nearly empty. His nerves were literally starving for B12. My friends, what happened next was nothing short of a rebirth. That first morning, Henry walked into my office without his walker. I'll never forget how the sunlight caught the tears in his eyes. 3 months later, when he brought me a rose from his garden, its petals still damp with morning dew, we both wept. This is why I'm here today with tears in my own eyes and fire in my voice, because right now, some of you are living Henry's early days. You're blaming yourselves when you should be reclaiming your lives. Those cruel cramps that tear you from sleep. That terrifying moment when your legs won't obey you. The slow, heartbreaking retreat from activities you love. This isn't aging. This is your body begging for help in the only language it knows. And I cannot bear to see one more vibrant soul resign themselves to suffering when hope exists. Today, I'm going to take you by the hand, just as I did Henry. We'll walk through the 7 lifelines your body is desperate for, starting with the one deficiency that's likely robbing you of your strength at this very moment. Henry's roses bloom again. So can your life. Let me show you the way. My dear friends, let me tell you about my patient Martha. She was a vibrant 72-year-old woman who used to love dancing with her grandchildren. But over time, she came to me with tears in her eyes because her legs had become so weak she could barely stand long enough to wash her dishes. She told me her legs felt like jelly, like they might give out at any moment. When we checked Martha's vitamin D levels, what we found broke my heart. Her level was 20, what some labs might call normal. But for a woman her age, that's like trying to run a car on half a tank of gas. It simply isn't enough to keep you going through the day. Here's what you need to understand. Vitamin D is like the oil that keeps your muscles working smoothly. Without enough of it, your legs start feeling heavy. Your steps become unsteady. Simple tasks leave you exhausted. That shuffle so many seniors develop, that's not just aging, that's your body running on empty. But Martha's story doesn't end there. It gets better. We helped her vitamin D levels the right way, with safe morning sunlight, eating fish like salmon twice a week, and a special D3 supplement you can easily take in the morning with breakfast. Within months, Martha was back to dancing at family gatherings. I'll never forget the joy in her voice when she told me she could dance with her grandchildren again. So I'm telling you this today because if you're feeling that same weakness Martha did, if your legs don't feel as strong as they once were, please understand this isn't just getting older. Your body might be telling you it needs more vitamin D. The good news, it's simple to check and even simpler to fix. Just ask your doctor for a vitamin D test. It's just a small blood test. And if your number is below 30, we can talk about safe, natural ways to help your body get what it needs. Remember Martha playing with her grandchildren. That joy could be yours too. Let's make sure your body has everything it needs to keep you moving, to keep you enjoying all of life's precious moments. Now, getting your vitamin D right is absolutely crucial, but here's the painful truth I've seen in my practice time and again. Even when patients like Martha fix their D levels, they still come to me clutching their legs in the middle of the night. Because without this next vital nutrient, those brutal 3 a.m. cramps will keep attacking like clockwork, stealing your sleep and draining your energy day after day. Let me tell you about my patient Ed, an 80-year-old retired teacher who could set his watch by his leg cramps. Every single night at 3 a.m., like some cruel alarm clock, his calf would seize up in a vice-like grip that left him gasping in pain. For years, he tried drinking more water, stretching, even sleeping with special pillows, but nothing helped. What Ed didn't know was that his body was missing one of nature's most powerful muscle relaxants, magnesium. Here's what happens inside your body when magnesium runs low. Imagine your nerves are like electrical wires. Without enough magnesium, those wires start sparking erratically, sending constant signals that make your muscles contract painfully. That's exactly what was happening to Ed every night at 3 a.m. The research is clear. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that getting just 300 milligrams of magnesium daily can reduce nighttime leg cramps by half. But here's the critical detail most people miss. Not all magnesium is created equal. Ed had been taking magnesium oxide for years, the kind you find in most drugstores. What he didn't realize was that his body could only use about 4% of it. The rest? Well, let's just say it caused more bathroom trips than actual relief. When we switched him to magnesium glycinate, a form your body can actually absorb, something remarkable happened. Within 2 weeks, those 3 a.m. torture sessions stopped completely. I'll never forget the morning Ed walked into my office, his eyes bright with tears of gratitude. That constant pain that had ruled his nights was gone. So when you go to get your magnesium supplements, advise your doctor to prescribe you with magnesium glycinate so you too can get the relief from those midnight leg cramps, like Ed relieved himself. But here's what's equally important. While magnesium solved Ed's nighttime torment, it wasn't the whole answer. Because even with his cramps gone, he still had that unsteadiness when standing, that slight tremor so many seniors dismiss as just another sign of aging, a problem we solved by addressing another critical nutrient. In fact, there's one particular deficiency that can make your legs shake like leaves even with perfect magnesium levels. My dear friends, Linda, a lovely 78-year-old woman who used to take such joy in cooking Sunday dinners for her family. But over time, she found herself gripping the kitchen counter with white knuckles, her legs trembling beneath her like they might give way at any moment. She confessed to me in a whisper, her voice thick with frustration, that she was afraid to stand too long at the stove anymore. When we checked Linda's potassium levels, the numbers told a clear story. Your body needs potassium like a car needs fuel. It keeps everything running smoothly. The healthy range is between 3.5 and 5.0. Think of it like the gas gauge in your car. Linda's level was at 3.2. Not empty, but running on fumes. No wonder her legs felt so unsteady. But here's the beautiful part. Fixing this was as simple as enjoying good food. Linda started adding half an avocado to her lunch each day. That creamy green fruit packs more potassium than 2 bananas. She discovered roasted sweet potatoes with cinnamon became her new favorite side dish. A glass of coconut water in the afternoon gave her a refreshing boost. Before long, she was back at her stove, standing strong while stirring pots of her famous marinara sauce. I'll never forget the day Linda came into my office, beaming. She'd just spent the whole morning teaching her granddaughter how to make homemade pasta, standing the entire time without a single wobble. That's the power of giving your body what it truly needs. For now, remember this. If your legs feel weak when you stand, try adding more of these nourishing foods to your meals. Avocado, roasted sweet potatoes, and a glass of coconut water can be the miracle change to standing tall. Your muscles will thank you with every confident step you take, because you deserve to stand strong in your kitchen, in your garden, in your life, without fear or hesitation. Now, while Potassium solved Linda's shaky legs, it couldn't explain why my patient George kept waking up with tingling toes. That pins and needles feeling that robbed him of sleep. That was a sign of something different missing from his body. Let me tell you about George, a man who found his greatest joy in the quiet rhythm of his woodshop, shaping raw timber into gifts for his family. But over time, he began noticing something troubling, a creeping numbness in his feet that felt like walking on cotton wool day after day. His previous doctor had shrugged it off as normal aging, but when George came to me, barely able to feel the chisel in his hands, I knew we were dealing with something far more serious. That numbness, that slow fading of sensation, was his nerves crying out for help. You see, after we cross 60, our bodies often stop absorbing vitamin B12 properly, not because we aren't eating enough, but because our stomachs can no longer break it down effectively. It's like having a locked treasure chest inside you. The nutrients are there, but your body can't access them. For George, the solution was beautifully simple. A tiny tablet that melts under the tongue each morning, bypassing his struggling digestive system entirely. No needles, no complicated routines, just a small white pill with his breakfast. And what happened next still brings tears to my eyes. Within weeks, the man who could barely grip a sanding block was back at his workbench, the familiar weight of his tools steady in hands that could feel again. I'll never forget the day he rolled that handmade rocking chair into my office, his proud smile saying more than words ever could. That chair sits in my waiting room now, a silent reminder that what we dismiss as aging is often just our bodies asking for what they've lost. For some, a quick blood test can confirm if you need extra B12. Your doctor might recommend this sublingual tablet or even a monthly shot. But many find the daily melt-away option available at pharmacies is all you may need. So if you're noticing that odd tingling in your fingers, if your balance doesn't feel as sure as it once did, please understand this isn't just time passing. It might be your nerves begging for the very thing George's were, that simple overlooked vitamin that keeps our electrical system running smooth. Before I share Ruth's life-changing story, before I reveal the one nutrient that decides whether calcium strengthens your bones or stiffens your joints, I need to ask you something important. How many more years of mobility do you want to lose because no one told you these secrets? Every week, I sit across from seniors like George and Ruth, people who thought their pain was inevitable, and watch their lives transform when they finally get the right information. That's why I'm begging you. Click that subscribe button right now, because for future videos, I'll show you how my patients go from a hip fracture to hiking with their grandkids, all by fixing this single deficiency most doctors never mention. And turn on notifications, because what you'll learn could mean the difference between needing a walker and walking pain-free through your golden years. This isn't just another health channel. It's your lifeline to the independent, vibrant life you deserve. Growing older shouldn't mean fading away piece by piece. With the right care, with the right knowledge, your hands can stay steady, your steps can stay sure, and your heart can keep creating the things that make life worth living. So subscribe now. Your future self will thank you. But just like that, B12 can't do its job alone. It needs a director to prevent calcium from clogging your joints, and I know just the thing. At 79 years young, Ruth did everything her doctor told her. She took her calcium pills religiously, drank her milk, even walked daily. Then, one ordinary morning, she tripped on her rug, just a small stumble, and woke up in the hospital with a shattered hip. When we looked at Ruth's tests, what we found chilled me to the bone. While her bones were weak and porous, her arteries were hardening with calcium deposits. Can you imagine? The very calcium meant to strengthen her bones was instead poisoning her veins. Her doctor had told her to take more calcium, But no one told her about vitamin K2, the traffic director her body desperately needed. Here's what happens inside you without enough K2. Picture calcium as lost construction workers with no foreman. They dump their cement anywhere, in your joints, making them stiff, in your arteries, making them rigid, everywhere except where you actually need it, in your bones. The Rotterdam Study of 4,800 seniors proved this. Those with good K2 levels had 57% less artery hardening. 57%. But Ruth's story doesn't end in tragedy. We started her on 3 simple sources of K2: a slice of Gouda cheese with her lunch, a small K2 supplement with breakfast, and occasionally some natto, that fermented Japanese soybean dish. Within 6 months, her new bone scan showed something miraculous. Not just slowed bone loss, but actual improvement. 12% denser bones. Last I saw Ruth, she was thriving at her granddaughter's wedding, her hips moving freely, her smile radiant. Now, if Ruth's story struck a chord with you, here's exactly what to do next. First, head to your local pharmacy and ask for vitamin K2 as MK7. That's the most powerful form. Just 1 small capsule a day, between 100 to 200 micrograms, is often all it takes to keep calcium right where it belongs. Or let food be your medicine. Add a slice of Gouda cheese to your lunch. Enjoy a couple of egg yolks at breakfast, or if you're feeling bold, try netto, that fermented Japanese dish packed with K2. And if you've already faced osteoporosis or heart concerns, talk to your doctor about checking your K2 levels. Some folks, like Ruth, need a stronger dose, and your doctor can help tailor that for you. Because growing older shouldn't mean crumbling apart. Not when the solutions are this simple, this delicious, and this life-changing. Your bones deserve better. Your arteries deserve better. You deserve better than watching your body betray you when the answers exist. But here's what will shock you. Even with perfect K2 levels, your bones could still be in grave danger. Because what if I told you your body might be hemorrhaging calcium through an invisible leak? Like my patient Tom, a proud 83-year-old man who tended his garden every morning without fail, until one ordinary day when a slight stumble on his rug changed everything. The sickening crack of his femur breaking echoed through his home, a bone that should have withstood a fall 10 times worse. When he asked me how this could happen, his voice shaking with pain and fear, the answer broke my heart. You see, Tom's blood calcium looked normal, but his urine told the real story. His body was desperately robbing calcium from his bones and flushing it away, like trying to fill a bucket with a gaping hole in the bottom. This is the silent tragedy happening to so many seniors, taking calcium pills religiously while their bones grow weaker by the day. Here's the truth. Your body knows, but medicine often forgets. Calcium needs its team. Without vitamin D to absorb it, without magnesium to hold on to it, without K2 to direct it, that calcium might as well be dust. In fact, studies show taking calcium alone can do more harm than good, hardening arteries instead of strengthening bones. But Tom's story gives us hope. We gave his body what it truly needed. Sardines with their edible bones for natural calcium, dark leafy greens brimming with magnesium, and proper supplements working together like a well-trained crew. Within months, the man who couldn't stand without pain was back on his knees in the garden, digging in the earth with hands that no longer trembled. Start today. Eat sardines on toast, blend kale into smoothies, and soak up 15 minutes of sun. But if you've already fallen or fractured, add an over-the-counter calcium supplement with a variety of options, including tablets, capsules, and chewables. Because your bones aren't failing you because you're getting older. They're failing because they've been working without the right team. And with that team in place, with the right nutrients working together, your skeleton can remain as strong and resilient as it was meant to be through all the golden years ahead. But here's what will shock you. Even with perfect calcium levels and all its supporting nutrients, your muscles could still be starving for one final piece of the puzzle. The one nutrient that gave my patient Evelyn, who once needed to sit down after walking just 10 steps, the ability to climb stairs again without gasping for air. the missing link that transforms nutrients into energy and weakness into strength. That revelation comes next, and it may be the most important piece of all. Before we dive into our final revelation, the one that ties everything together, let's take a moment to reflect on what you've already uncovered today. You've learned how vitamin D rebuilds weak muscles, how magnesium stops those brutal 3 a.m. leg cramps, how potassium steadies trembling limbs. You've discovered B12's power to heal tingling nerves, K2's role as the calcium director, and why calcium alone can't protect your bones without its team. These aren't just facts. They're keys to unlocking a stronger, more vibrant you. But now we arrive at the final piece, the nutrient that transforms all these others into pure, usable energy. Because what good is strong bones and steady nerves if your muscles are too starved to move? Let me introduce you to Evelyn, a woman whose story will change how you see fatigue forever, who loved nothing more than chasing her grandchildren through the park. But over time, she found herself needing to sit down after just 5 minutes of walking, her legs heavy as cement, her breath coming in short gasps. "It's just age," her doctor told her. But when she came to me, desperate for answers, we discovered the real culprit, a severe vitamin B6 deficiency that was starving her muscles of oxygen. Here's what happens when B6 runs low. Your red blood cells can't properly build hemoglobin, the molecule that carries oxygen to every muscle in your body. Without it, your legs don't just tire, they scream for rest. Your lungs strain. Even simple movements feel like climbing a mountain. And what terrifies me is how common this is. Nearly 1 in 3 seniors are walking around with this undiagnosed deficiency, convinced their exhaustion is just part of aging. But Evelyn's story doesn't end there. We made simple, delicious changes. Creamy chickpea hummus spread on whole grain toast, roasted potatoes with their skin left on for maximum nutrients, wild salmon seasoned with herbs. Within weeks, the woman who once needed to rest after 5 minutes was standing through entire church services. Within 2 months, she was back in the park, pushing her granddaughter on the swings, her laughter ringing out as she chased after her without losing her breath. That transformation from breathless to vibrant is why I'm sharing this with you today. Because your legs shouldn't feel like anchors, your walks shouldn't leave you winded, and your golden years shouldn't be spent watching life from the sidelines when the solution could be as simple as a potato skin or a spoonful of hummus. Your medicine might be in the pantry, a sweet potato with dinner, a handful of pistachios, or salmon with lemon. But if you've already cut back on walking, add activated B6. It's the spark that turns food into energy. Evelyn's swing-pushing strength began right here, so if you find yourself needing to sit more than you'd like, if your muscles feel weaker than they used to, know this isn't just aging. It's your body asking for what it's missing, because you deserve more than just surviving these years. You deserve to thrive in them, one strong step at a time. We've walked an incredible path together today. Just think, in this short time, you've uncovered 7 powerful secrets your body has been whispering for years. Secrets that can transform heavy legs into strong strides. Secrets that turn restless nights into peaceful sleep. Secrets that replace weakness with vibrant energy. From vitamin D, rebuilding your muscles, to magnesium silencing those midnight cramps. From potassium, steadying your steps, to B12 healing tingling nerves, you now hold the knowledge to reclaim the active life you deserve. That stiffness you've accepted as normal, those trembles you've blamed on age, they weren't inevitable. And now you know exactly how to fight back. But this isn't where our journey ends. It's where it begins. Because every week I'll be here with more life-changing truths, more simple solutions, more victories waiting to be claimed. All I ask is this: let me continue guiding you. Press that subscribe button so you never miss these breakthroughs. Share your story in the comments. Your experiences light the way for others. And when you're ready, let our next video show you even more ways to thrive. Remember this, your best years aren't behind you. They're ahead, filled with gardens to tend, grandchildren to chase, and sunrises to greet with energy that surprises even you. The tools are in your hands now. Use them, trust them, and know I'll be right here walking this path with you every step of the way. Now go. Take these gifts and live them fully. I'll see you soon for our next breakthrough. Until then, stay strong, stay curious, and keep moving forward. Your health revolution starts today. And before you leave, there's something crucial you need to see. In my last video, I revealed the 4 dangerous nuts secretly harming your health, and the 4 miracle nuts that can reverse damage, boost energy, and add years to your life. If you haven't watched it yet, click the link on screen, because what you don't know could be subtracting precious years to your life.